Great weekend in Syracuse and Boston. Thought we played really well. We got to play a lot of people, and Boston College I think we're the first team to sweep them at home. It's kind of a tough place to play, and the way they play can be a challenge. So really proud of that, and looking forward to this weekend. North Carolina is ranked in the top 25, so that's going to be a great match at home for senior day, and going to be a big senior day. So a lot of players that have made huge impacts on the program. So it should be emotional, but also really fun to celebrate those guys and what they've done in their careers.
Okay, those are questions.
You guys right now are in the middle of that 5-match win streak. Season's starting to wind down. You guys have 3 more weeks tonight. That last week really kind of feels like a playoff week in itself. But at this point in the year, you know what the teams are kind of made of. What is the overall identity that you see in these past 5 matches that you think carries over?
Yeah, number one, we take a lot of pride in our defense, and that alone, I think other teams can't prep for that. So it gives us a little edge. It gives us some confidence. And then number two, just balance. And we've been, mixing up some of the plays that we're doing, but most of the game, our game plan is to get everybody 5 to 6 kills. We want to have a really good balanced offense, because we have, a lot of players that can take over a match, and we need to use them and get comfortable using them in all sorts of situations.
You mentioned the defense. You guys are 3rd in the nation right now in blocks per set. Kara's been a part of that. But what's made that front so successful so far this year?
The system we're running is a 6-2, so we have 2 right sides up there at all times. And Reese Robbins is, a force, which I think teams are setting away from her. And so they're changing their offense, which is always a good thing when other teams are changing things for your defense. But Kara, has improved so much from last year. PK has improved, and then Hannah Sherman, who you've seen a lot of lately, has proven to be one of the best blockers in the conference. She just doesn't have the minutes, but she's been doing an awesome job. So I think it's just a collective effort of everybody just improving from last year, and then the new additions really making an impact.
Do you want to break down your senior class and just talk about what they brought, each of them they brought?
Okay. Yeah, I'll take a couple questions, and then I'll end with that.
Senior Day's coming up. You mentioned it's going to be emotional. Can you just talk, I guess, in an overview of what this group has really meant to Louisville volleyball and how they've helped elevate it?
Well, when you really look at the core of the group that's been here, it's Elena, Scott, Anna DeBeer, and PK, and they've been starters for multiple years. They've been to multiple Final Fours. They all have kind of had to earn their time. Elena switched positions. Anna was in and out of the lineup for a couple years as a starter. PK redshirted twice, kind of, with the COVID. So they've just really set a standard for our program and what it takes to be great here. And then, of course, they've elevated the program to, where we didn't even know we could go, which is Final Fours, Elite Eights, winning the conference championship. So this is definitely the most impactful senior class we've had since I've been here. And then when you add in Charity Looper, who's been phenomenal and had a great season last year, and she's at another level this year and was voted captain, as a transfer, that's a big deal. And then Sophia Maldonado Diaz is really taken on a huge role, especially as of late, and she's the type of player, it's like she's going to have a monster end of the year, because you feel like she just got comfortable, a few weeks ago, and she's playing amazing. So it's going to be quite the hit for us, but like I said, we're going to celebrate the legacy that they left, and I don't think Louisville volleyball fans will ever forget about this class and what they've done for Louisville volleyball and the sport of volleyball in the city.
Dani, you're coming off 4 straight sweeps at the end of the final 3 weeks of the regular season. Is there, at this point, considering how well they're playing, is there any maybe minor or major issue that you still want to address, or have you addressed enough things that have come up along the way that you feel supremely confident no matter what comes up?
Mm-hmm. Great teams at this time of the year are always, training fundamentals, and, you take your gas off of fundamental, it'll bite you in a big match. And so for us, it's serving and passing. I think our offense is pretty fun. We can play around with that, do some fun things. Our defense has been great, but the game is won on the service line and serve receive. So we're always fine tuning that, and I think we can still improve immensely, especially from the service line. You know, we have the athletes and the experience to do it. It's just, can we do it in a big match? We did great against Boston College. That was a good step for us on the road. And then, you know, passing, we've got some options and some players that we can use that we're not going to be afraid to use late in the year because we've been able to get them in, you know, the last couple of weeks.
Danny, when you look at the senior class, when you first came on board, did you have any inkling that this class could end up being one of the best classes in history of the program?
Yeah, you know, it's kind of funny because this class is shaped up. So, you know, Anna and PK were a year older. They're here for their COVID year. And then you have, you know, Elena Scott. So she gets thrown into this class. And then two, you know, all Pac-12 transfers. So I guess when Anna committed and Elena Scott committed, you know, I knew they could be two of the greats. But the way that they end their career in the same class, adding in those transfers, I don't think you would have pictured that, you know, they would have done this together. And I think it's pretty cool to have two players from the city of Louisville that grew up here, you know, wanted to come here, wanted to make an impact, and now they're getting to go out at the same time. So I think it's very rare and it might never happen again. So we're going to cherish these last few weeks, that's for sure.
You mentioned Charity, obviously she hasn't been here for a whole career. How much of it is a testament? It feels like she has become such a big part of this program.
Yeah, I think she's got a great story. I think it's very tough as a transfer, you know, to come into a really well-established program and a program that has some big names already and kind of make your own name in a short amount of time. And then on top of that, be voted captain as a senior, you know, and that she was only here a year and a few months before she was voted captain. So she did a lot of work in that time to become a leader and to show that she wanted that responsibility. So just, you know, without her, we wouldn't be talking about being at the Yum Center in December. So she's certainly had a massive impact, and it's been really cool to see her grow and overcome some injuries and stay healthy and just become a better volleyball player and a better teammate.
Did you know kind of right away that the position change would work for Elena, or did you have to see it happen in practices and games for a little bit?
Well, we knew when we recruited her. Yeah, I had a good feeling it was going to work. You know, and we were lucky enough she's from here, so she came to a lot of camps, and so we were able to train her in the camps and see her compete a little bit in the libero position without actually watching it. But I knew it'd be good. I don't think anybody predicted she would be what I believe the best libero in the country. You know, and she might be the best libero in the country for the last couple of years, in our opinion. And certainly this year she's doing it again. So, you know, I'd like to say, of course, I knew that, but you know, she's done the work, and we've just helped her along the way, and it's made a great story. And I think it sets an example for other athletes too. Like, if I can't make it at the highest level in this position, maybe I can do this. So hopefully it sets a standard that every young volleyball player out there wants to be well-rounded.
Anybody else?
All right, hope to see you guys Sunday to celebrate those seniors.